I've been wanting to make a video like this for so long, talking about my epilepsy, but this was the icing on top of the cake. Hey y'all, it's me, Sally. Yes, I'm alive. I know, like, there is so much to talk about. What has happened between now and last week and the week before? So I just had to make a video because I knew this would make me happy. Plus, it would clear the air for some people who follow me / friends / family, because what happened was very tragic. So let me start off from the beginning and just let y'all know straight out, point blank, I got COVID. I took one and it came out positive. It was out of the blue. I never had COVID. Since the start of the pandemic, never caught COVID, not once. Then all of a sudden, I wasn't feeling good. It was like last week, I wasn't feeling good. I started to have this weird cough and I was having fever. My temperature was all over the place. Like, I haven't had a fever since I was like a little girl, and it caught me off guard. So I was quarantining and all of those things, and COVID literally brought my epilepsy out. My epilepsy was under control for a whole 2 years. Then all of a sudden, bam, it just hit me like a train. I had a seizure, and then after that, I had 2 more on the same exact day. Thank God. My husband, he didn't go to work at that time. Mind y'all, this is the first time my husband has ever seen me have a seizure. He knows about my epilepsy, all of those things, but he's never actually seen one happen. And the fact that he saw one happen on one day and then 2 more, it was so sad. I'm not ashamed of the person who I am no more, because honestly, people need to know. There might be somebody out there who has epilepsy, or there might be someone who's dealing with a medical problem, or somebody who just doesn't know about epilepsy and needs to know about it. And that's why I'm making this video, to let y'all know. I may not look like I have epilepsy, but yes, I do. I have it, and I have really bad epilepsy. There's different types, and I have the one more on the grander scale. Apparently, just so y'all know, COVID, it triggered underlying medical problems that people have been having under control. I had no idea. I had no idea COVID could do this. I had no idea COVID could trigger my epilepsy into me having multiple seizures. And I was at the hospital, and they were so focused on my seizures, y'all. My seizures were so bad that I literally dislocated my shoulder. It was Sunday, and they took x-rays and everything, and they did nothing about the shoulder until Wednesday, a few days afterward. Why? Because they were so caught up on the epilepsy and the seizures that they were not paying attention to my shoulder. I ended up going to a chiropractor after I came from the emergency room. Chiropractor was like,
"You have a dislocated shoulder, and the emergency room didn't do nothing?"
I'm like, no, they didn't do anything. They were doing a whole bunch of tests like EEGs and stuff like that, trying to check on my brain. And I wasn't having it because my shoulder was in immense pain. So when I was actually awake and aware and they were trying to do these tests, I was like, yo, what are you doing? My shoulder hurts. And they kept rolling their eyes at me and not giving me the care that I needed. Thank God they did, because if not, I really would have sued the hospital. They ended up apologizing to me because that was definitely neglect. I had a dislocated shoulder for 3 days, just hanging, you know? If y'all don't know, when your shoulder is dislocated, it needs to be popped right back into place. So it took 3 days. I went to the chiropractor, and then I went to the orthopedic, because the chiropractor's like, I need to go to the orthopedic they'll be able to do it. And then I had to end up going back to the emergency room because they had to put me under anesthesia because there was no way they were gonna just pop my shoulder back into place without me having those high quality pin reducers, okay? And I was up there. As of right now, I'm wearing an arm sling, and the sad thing about it is I only have really one working arm. This arm kind of works, so I cannot drive. And because I cannot drive, I cannot work. And because I cannot work, I've been putting my business on hold, which has been making me really sad. So that's what's going on. I really wanted to make this video to let y'all know about epilepsy because I feel like epilepsy needs to be talked about just as much as CPR. People need to know how to take care of someone who is having a seizure. This is a big reason why I'm making this video. Y'all need to know. If you don't know by now, when somebody is having a seizure, they need to be laid down on their side. It doesn't matter if they're laying backwards, you need to lay them on their side because I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's a severe bite from my tongue that I did when I was having a seizure. Because when someone is having a seizure, they become unconscious. They don't know what's going on. You might think that they know, they don't. They're unconscious. So it's like blacking out. And when we're laying in a position to where we can bite our tongue, we will do it. We can literally bite our tongue off. That's why we need to be laid on our side, okay? And just wait for the seizure to pass, all right? And once the person is done having a seizure, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna go into a deep sleep. The person just needs to rest. So it's good for everybody to know this because if you don't have the rights to an ambulance and you just see somebody having a seizure, can be in the street, because I've had seizures out in public. One time I had a seizure while I was at church. The seizures don't discriminate, all right? You can literally have one anywhere. You can literally see someone having one anywhere. So this was the worst one. This was a tipping point. But I've had seizures where I chipped my tooth, like literally bang into the kitchen counter, chip off a piece of my tooth, a whole bunch of craziness. The list goes on about how many injuries I've gotten with my epilepsy. So someone being there and helping, just by putting the person who's having a seizure on their side, you can honestly save a person's life while doing that. And no cap. I just want y'all to also know, as an update, I might be doing surgery soon, depending on my new neurologist. They said I need to go to a neurologist. A neurologist is basically a doctor who works with any disorders of the brain, because epilepsy starts with the brain, a disturbance in the brain. So I have to go to a neurologist first to see what they say before I can see a shoulder specialist to get surgery for my arm. So this month is really going to be quite interesting. It's my birthday this month on the 18th. If y'all could please pray for me and honestly just check up on me. Send some positive comments down below. I really would appreciate it, because this is not what I had planned this month for my 25th birthday. And another reason why I'm making this video, when I go through these epileptic episodes, I tend to forget about a lot of things. That's one thing I really don't appreciate about epilepsy, is the memory loss. Some people think I neglect to remember things just because I want to. No, it's because I cannot remember. And that's why I love making YouTube videos and TikToks and Instagrams about things, because that's how I remember This is one reason why I am in love with creating these types of videos. I can look back on them and be like, oh, that did happen at this time. All right, that can explain this, and that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure to share this video. Share this video with a friend. Share this video with a family member. Share this video so that people can know and be more aware of epilepsy, how to handle it, and how to treat someone with epilepsy, because that's the main reason why I shied away from telling people about it that I don't know closely. Because I was scared people were gonna try and run away from me. Nobody was really gonna want to be my friend because they would only be my friends because they're sad. I wanted real relationships, real friendships, all of those. That's why I did it. But now I'm realizing if somebody cannot accept me for something I literally cannot control, then they don't need to be in my life. Point blank. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe. I will definitely make sure to update y'all on what's going on, because I know what happened was like a big bang in the face. It was for me too. Thank you, and I shall see you next time.